So question 4 here. Again, we have another most logically complete, which will be an inference here in our hybrid between a main conclusion and an inference. First thing we're going to look, see do we have a sum or many? We do not. So cross off 1. For step 2, what is our classification? So we use a little bit of comparison and causation here because we're comparing and then we're explaining. I'm going a little bit more towards causation for this one, but we definitely utilize both here. Now, our third step, we have strength of language, most definitely. And then fourth and final step, so we have our comparison children to, um, children taught using new educational methods compared to children using, traditional methods. And then we're saying they're less adept at memorizing large amounts of information. Okay. Then most jobs at Grodex Corporation require the ability to think creatively, but do not require a strong ability to memorize. And then we're saying Grodex should probably conduct this employee training seminars using innovative methods. Okay. So based on everything we're seeing here, we want a main conclusion that justifies using these innovative methods. So I would say justifies innovative or new methods here. So let's look at A. Most of the employees at Grodex begin in high school to learn the creative thinking skills that they later used on the job. Not quite, because we're talking about employee training seminars, so I would say out of scope is one of our incorrect answer choices we could see. For B, corporations that conduct training seminars for employees using innovative methods are generally more successful than our corporations that do not conduct training seminars. I mean, maybe. But again, it's not quite following our sub-conclusion, nor is it, telling us why we should utilize this in our employee training seminars. I mean, they're saying they're more successful than corporations that do not, but we're having evidence and sub-conclusion based on, our Grodex Corporation requires the ability to think creatively, not the ability to memorize. So B maybe, but I would toss it out. And you'll also notice B is more of a comparison than a causation-based answer choice. So as I said, there's a little bit of that going on in our passage, but because we identified it causation, we're going to want to lead more into the causation side of our answer choices. Let's see, less than half the employees at Grodex regularly attend the company's training seminars. I would definitely say out of scope for this one. With D, the effects of teaching methods in the education of adults are generally very similar to the effects of those methods in the education of children. I mean, potentially. I would say we don't necessarily love it, but it does follow the flow of our sub-conclusions and where our passage is going. So we leave D in. And E, knowing how to think creatively helps people to compensate for deficiencies in memorization skills. A little out of scope related to our sub-conclusions. So overall, we would go with D as it best matches our list and at best finishes our main conclusion here. Let's see if I'm right. All right, there we are.